Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of RV Tips and Trips. Today I want to go over how to repair a RV awning rail that is pulling away from the RV wall. So don't go away, stay tuned. You can see the rail that attaches the fabric to the wall of the RV pulls back pretty far, actually. So this is what they do. They secure these things onto the side of the RV with machine screws, and that's great if you're actually screwing into metal beams, which the ones in the middle are, but the cap or the rail on the outer ends is screwed just into the fiberglass, and that doesn't work out too well. It just pulls out. So I've tried rescrewing those in, sealing them in, and they just pull out. Went to fatter screws, screwed them back in, and then they eventually just pull on out. So what I'm going to do now, I got these special rivets, and you can't use just any kind of rivet. I tried using regular rivets, and they didn't work. They couldn't get a bite behind the wall. So we got these special, they're called Molly Rivets. These are 3/16 of an inch by just about an inch long, and they're made just like a Molly screw is. You see these little slits in here? So these expand out when you rivet them in place. So I saw in some forums that the one manufacturer of these awnings recommended using Molly rivets and not screws. And it would be nice if the manufacturer of the RVs would actually use these kind of rivets instead of screwing them in. A machine screw going into the fiberglass wall is just not going to cut it. So that's what we're going to do today. Rivet that guy back in place, and that should be the end of that. What we're going to do is take some butyl tape and put it behind the rail, clean out the old stuff, and put the butyl tape back there so it creates a seal. This way you don't get water leaking inside the fiberglass wall and then delaminating the fiberglass. That wouldn't be cool either. So, all right, let's get to it. All right. Okay. So let's take a look at these Molly rivets here. So a regular rivet, it just kind of like swells up right here at the end. But the Molly rivets act more like a Molly screw will, and this whole thing just expands open. There's these slots in the rivet to allow it to do that. So let's take a look and see how this will expand behind the wall. Whoa, look at that. So that's what's going on behind the wall. Those guys are not going to come out. No way. No way. So, of course, this will be a little flatter because you got the distance of the wall right there. So, yeah, and that will expand quite a ways out. Look at that. Those suckers will work really good. So, I mean, they sell them in a package of 50, and it was less than than $15. I'll tell you that. I can't give you the exact price because the prices do vary. Amazon doesn't like you to do that, so I won't. But an inexpensive solution to the problem. Now, this here is a regular rivet. I'll show you the difference here. What happens is the end down here swells out a little bit as the rivet compresses. There. So it expands in the hole a little bit. Nothing like the Molly, which does that. That works. That will work 1,000 times better than this. So, by golly ollie, the Molly is the way to go. All right. So the things that we're going to need: pop rivet gun, our Molly rivets, these are 3/16 of an inch, butyl tape to go behind the rail and seal things to keep it waterproof, and then a screwdriver or cordless drill to remove what screws there are there. So I say what they did is they used sheet metal screws and screwed it into fiberglass with no beams. So, and then that's what it leaves a gap there. So we're gonna roll the awning out a little bit so I have room to work on the rail itself and release the tension. Alright, so these are the S2 screws, by the way. They're not Phillips, which I got the S2 bit. So all these screws here are stripped. This is in solid. Those are okay. But from here on down, those screws are all stripped. They just turn, they don't screw down. So I'm gonna remove them all. And then we'll clean up the caulking that's behind there, and we'll install the whoops. Oh, that's and then the awning's really is not firm in the track either, so we'll have to take care of that eventually. All right, let me get these screws out of here. This screw is actually broken. So the very end screw is actually into a beam, but it broke. So I had to tap in a new screw for that one. There's only half the screw there. And get this cleaned up. All right, so this butyl tape really is like caulking in a strip. So I've had this for quite some time, and it's like stuck all over itself. So I'm going to fix up a bit what I need. Whoop, I'm going to fix up what I need here, and then cut it and put it up there behind the rail. I can see it just sticking right onto paper. All right. All right. So I got the butyl tape behind the rail. Like I said, it's like putty. So push that into place. So now that's in place, let's rivet this guy. All right, so we're going to drill with the 3/16 bit. Open these up a little bit, and then it'll be able to accept the rivets. So I'm going to give that a shot right here. Alright, that did the trick. Alright. Nice big heads on these rivets. Alright. Make sure that's in tight. Tension off of there. All right. Oh, that guy is in there good. Nice. Well, that worked really good. All right, let's do another one. That in snug. Just give you a little better perspective of what we're doing here. Just big enough. Just get the rivet in. Oh shoot, just lost one. Look how big those heads are too. Push that up tight and squeeze the handle. All right. Now, ain't that a beautiful sight? Big heads on these rivets. This ain't going anywhere. Nice. This is really tight up against the wall. All right, one more on the end, and we'll call it good. All right. So there was actual beam on the very last screw. So I screwed a new screw in there. And looks good. Very good. All right, so I got this done just in time for the rainstorm. Those are pretty mean looking clouds. Anyway, we got you look up there, and we'll zoom in here, there is no gap between the rail and the wall anymore. So that's finally taken care of. I tell you, I was so sick and tired of constantly rescrewing that rail back in place, trying to go with larger screws each time to no avail. But I think these Molly rivets are the final answer to that problem. So glad I did the research and found that in some forums where they were talking about it, and the one manufacturer, I don't remember exactly who it was, but they all mount pretty much the same as far as these rails are concerned. To use Molly rivets, so that was the deal. So, oh yeah, that looks good now. All right, so another project done, taken care of. All right, so finally got that all taken care of. So Molly rivets, got those on Amazon. Could not find them at Lowe's, could not find them at Home Depot, but I found them online on Amazon, and I'll put the link to it in the description below. So that is the way to fix that rail situation, pulling away from the wall of the RV. I can't believe these manufacturers, they just screw them in, and if they miss a beam, oh well. There should have been a header. It would be the correct way of doing this. A metal header to accommodate the awning. This obviously didn't have that, so, but this worked. All right, that's it for today. So until next time, happy camping. Bye now. Thomas says thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Until next time, happy camping.